Um, One thing I loved about Gene is living with him after all these years. He was always watching something, whether it was football or an old movie or something, and he would stop it frequently and talk about revelation that he got out of the characters. And this week, I watched 3 or 4 things just on random, hey, do you want to watch something? You know, it was an hour before bed or whatever. So I saw myself in 4 different people in the things that we were watching, and made me extremely thankful because I can see what the Lord has brought me from and what he's helping deliver me into being a different woman myself. And then it kind of encapsulated with this little video that Cece sent that I listened to yesterday, where Gene was talking about revival doesn't come when you have all your ducks in a row and you got all your disciplines in order and you're doing it. You got it all together. So that kind of encapsulated all of it. And then I went back and I remembered the things that we had watched that I had even talked to Cece a little bit about. And one was just this old Gordon Ramsay cooking thing where he was instructing these high-end chefs in their fields, and they were all excellent in their field. And he came in and it was still kind of a contest of like who's the best in Europe or whatever. And he went in and he was instructing these high-end chefs. And this one guy, he was working in this little dinky kitchen and he was doing every single thing himself. And Gordon says to him, "You're such a control freak. You can't delegate." And I'm kind of going. So knowing that I know Debbie very well, I am like cut of the exact same cloth. We're very gifted administratively, but we can just run the show without any referral, and we think it's okay. So I get her because I get myself. The other thing we watched this Shirley MacLaine movie. I don't remember the name of it, but she was basically this woman dying with no friends, and I realized if Jesus hadn't intervened in my life in 1999, I could have very well ended up as her. Because she too was just, everything was, I got all my ducks in a row, and you know, she went into the salon and she didn't even have the lady cut her hair. She said, "Hand me the scissors," and she cut her own hair going to the salon, and then said, tell me this looks right, or something like that. But she was dying all alone, and she was really troubled because she wanted this woman to write this obituary about her, and she didn't have it. Nobody had any good things to say about her. And anyway, the character. So it's about seeing the character in these people that you realize I've gotten saved from that. In a lot of ways, I've gotten saved from that. And then last night we watched Erin Brockovich. I can totally relate to Erin Brockovich. Minus the mini skirt and the push-up bra. I was Erin Brockovich. I was that spirit. And when she went in to get the job at the attorney's office, she forced her way in. She was a total brute. She was just hard. That was exactly what I did when I got a job on a commercial fishing boat. I went into an office and I said, "I'm more qualified than any of the guys that you're going to hire, so I'm not leaving without the job." I did exactly what she did. So every time I see that movie, I'm like, God, I can't believe I was that woman. But I was that woman, and I was that woman without Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he stepped in, and he's still delivering me from my independence and my control and having to have everything perfect and the self-righteousness of it. And then when I listened to the audio, I didn't even get all the way through it. I was just listening to it on my way to work. And Gene's talking about revival, and I've always really been very deeply moved by the whole thought of revival and the concept of revival, because I got birthed into a revival that happened in America. I got birthed into that while I was living in Alaska, because they were playing the videos of some of those revival meetings out of Florida. And I got revived in my soul. And I always wanted that for other people. And I'm really excited about what the Lord's going to do for us. And I'm super thankful that we were all be able to be together here today, because you know, it is a lot of work to prepare food on Thanksgiving. It's a lot of work. So I was like, gosh, that sounds really peaceable. You know, that we're going to just meet and let somebody else cook, and that sounds awesome. So I'm super thankful for the staff here that's helped prepare our meal for us. But yeah, the Lord's really showing me I have a lot to be thankful for. And I am. I'm very thankful for it.